The World Cup journey has reached the last stage, and India will now aim to win the semi-final and of course the grand finale in the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. And who better to talk about the decisive moments, the last moments of a major tournament than one of the legends of Indian cricket, Erapalli Prasanna, the member of that famous quartet, spin quartet, which dominated world cricket for long. Sir, thank you so much for taking time out for this interview. First,
Very kind of you to have me.
it's an absolute honor, sir. But first question, sir, how do you see this India's campaign in this World Cup?
I think it's incredible. I think the performance has been out of the world. And if you really look at it, I think I have full credit to the bowling side because I know that the Indian batting is always strong enough.
Right.
But I think somewhere along the line, we are not able to take the wickets which were necessary to win. Never mind it's about 50 overs or 20 overs, whatever it is. But it looks to me that the bowling is extremely strong, and I must, being a spinner, I see Jadeja has accepted that he is now a much improved and very confident bowler.
Right.
I'm very happy to see that Kuldeep Yadav seems to be enjoying the confidence
Right.
that the captain is showing, as well as in his own capabilities, which is, I think, is a very important factor for the Indian team to win so easy, comfortably all along so
Right.
far.
Right.
You know, the only thing is that, you see, what is the redeeming feature of the so far the tournament from the Indian point of view and the Indian team point of view is the way in which we are bowling
Right.
the middle overs.
Right.
That means after 15, 20 overs,
Right.
how the two spinners,
Right.
are operating. No doubt, the pacers are doing an excellent job. But at one point or the other, you see that when the pace bowlers are little struggling to make a breakthrough or whatever it is the spinners who are giving them the breakthrough, like Kuldeep Yadav, who is extremely with his left arm Chinaman bowling style, which is really confusing the entire world cricket as such, because he's a totally a new variety other than Brian Hogg of Australia.
Right.
Okay, whom incidentally, Bishan who is no more, unfortunately, we had guided him in Chennai.
Okay.
Okay. Afterwards, he made his appearance for Australia.
Okay.
Okay. So I can authoritatively and authentically talk about the Kuldeep Yadav's role
Right.
in this World Cup, and I must say that he is doing exceedingly well as a deceptive left-arm Chinaman bowler.
Absolutely, we will talk about Kuldeep Yadav at length. But you back in the days when I have grown up listening stories about this famous spin quartet, and that time the Indian team used to play one pacer or two pacer at max, along with all four of you. Now that when you see three pace attack, four pace attack, being dominating the world cricket of the Indian team, how do you look at it?
See, those were the days when, unfortunately, the pacers were there
Right.
till Kapil Dev came into picture.
Right.
But unfortunately, what the limitation was that they had few overs to bowl, within which they had to take wickets.
Right.
Because we had the great spinners like Chandrasekhar and Bishan Singh Bedi and Venkat. Okay, even once the spinners comes into play,
Right.
hardly there was any role for the pacer to play.
Right.
Therefore, the pacer's presence was not really felt.
Right. Right.
Possibly they would have been, but and Kapil Dev made the impact of Kapil Dev coming into team
Right.
as an all-rounder, but especially I admire his bowling capabilities and the confidence level with which he could bowl.
Right.
He was a trendsetter
Right.
for the pacers to come in.
Right.
Okay, we have Kasan Gauri and all those people, but unfortunately, big if, okay, along with Kapil, any one of those, Kasan Gauri or even go back, Ramakant Desai, if they were to play with, I think India would have made definitely impact as far as pace bowling is concerned. But as I said earlier, that they had only 6 to 8 overs to bowl between them,
Right.
or among them if 3 of them are there. But once the spinners came into play, their role was not very much there. That's why you feel always that we need not have a pace attack or a fearsome attack or a menacing attack.
Right.
Now what we have is not just a pace attack. I think it's a very menacing attack.
Right.
You know,
Right.
menacing is a very important word because Bumrah is something different, Siraj is different, and I admire Shami. There's no one to replace that man's capability and the consistency and the way in which he can take the ball off the wicket.
Right.
That's where his strength lies.
Right.
The moment the wicket do not offer him the lateral movement after pitching,
Right.
you know, he may find it little difficult to take wickets as he is doing now.
Right.
But as you know, if a wicket is helping for a spinner, spinner it also helps a seamer. Both the conditions require a little bit of hold of the wicket.
Right.
So which Shami is enjoying it, especially in India. So with Shami, Siraj and Umrah menacing, it is a menacing attack which is, you can see that, who is that, Stokes,
Yeah.
how he became desperate.
Right. Against him.
That is what is menacing is all about.
Play with the mind of the batter.
Not mind, he keeps on beating the bats, because he was getting the movement of the wicket.
Right.
So, see, that is the type of bowling we have now, pace attack.
Right.
They may not be as fast as, say, Andy Roberts and Malcolm Marshall or whatnot, but their pace is fast enough to create the impression and also create an uncertainty on the mind of a batsman.
And sir, coming to the spin bowling duo of Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav. Kuldeep Yadav, especially because you have said you have worked closely with Brad Hogg also. Kuldeep had struggled a lot in the last, not in the last couple of years, 3-4 years back when he was with KKR. He was dropped from the team. But since then, what are the differences have you witnessed in Kuldeep's bowling? He has increased the speed in the air. He's enjoying his game, as you said. So is that the most important factor for a cricketer when he's out on the field?
First of all, he must have his own confidence. A. Second thing is, he must enjoy his strength. Okay? 3, when Kuldeep came into limelight,
Right.
okay, the acceptance of a bowler of this type was not there in Indian cricket.
Right.
That's why he was struggling. But IPL has a little exposure for such players because IPL, the advantage of an IPL is there are 120 players they have to have for the tournament to be conducted.
Right.
So bowlers like Kuldeep Yadav, who was just making his as an youngster,
Right.
okay, had the chance to play.
Right.
Okay? And what is enjoying now is the confidence level of the captain in him.
Right.
And third point is, you can see the world cricket now, they're all used to one system, one type of cricket, not there's nothing like variation. Whereas Kuldeep Yadav is providing that totally a different, extraordinary variation,
Right.
which in the present world of cricket not existing, other than Brian Hogg, who played about a few years ago for Australia.
Right.
Okay, but in a 5-day game, it does require him to be more patient and persistent, and he has to maintain a good length,
Right.
which is very mandatory. Which I'm sure, with this confidence level, with the World Cup backup, he will do a lot, even well in a 5-day game as well.
Right.
But at the present moment, I think he is a man who is shuffling he is creating the uncertainty among the minds of any opponent batsman, including the best of the best batsmen are struggling. They are not able to handle him or read him. They are trying to be desperate to hit him out of the attack,
Right.
which is resulting in giving away the wicket as well.
Wickets, absolutely. Now coming to the batting unit, sir, of course, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, the two giants of Indian cricket right now, have dominated the show. How do you look at them, the two, and how important will it be for them to continue this in the semis and the
You
finals?
see, if you really observe the present Indian team batting, which is in the present World Cup, the way in which Rohit Sharma is leading, because you see in the first 6 overs or 10 overs, all fieldsmen are inside, and he has excellent cricketing brain, and he is just using that to his advantage. He is really gives an excellent start for India.
Right.
Okay, along with Shaban Gill.
Right.
I think he has extraordinary potential, and well, I'm sure in years to come it will be Shaban Gill who is going to rule the world. And obviously Indian batting revolves around Rohit Sharma,
Right.
Shaban Gill, Virat Kohli. So no one has to talk about. I think if someone talks ill of him, I think he's stupid. Okay,
Right.
but I think he's in a different league altogether. So I think there are many youngsters who can support this batting lineup that we have. So I'm sure India in next should be ruling the cricket for next 10 years comfortably, I think,
Wow.
without any hesitation, because unless until our bowling gives way. You got to understand that bowling is the one
Right.
which is giving you the silver lining to the Indian team.
Right.
Okay? Batting will always be there, but
bowling.
it is the bowling which is giving you the edge
Edge.
in the world of cricket. So if Indian bowling without Shami and Burma and what's that?
Bumrah, Shami,
Bumrah
Siraj.
and then Siraj and Kuldeep Yadav, if they end Jadeja, one day or the other they have to drift away. I wonder what is the second line of attack we have.
Right.
Then if that is not as strong as this,
Right.
India will be again, will be making, struggling to make an impact in the world cricket. But as of now, I'm quite confident that the Indian team will rule this cricket arena for the next 10, 12 years comfortably.
Wow. Sir, my last three questions. Of course, we talked about Virat Kohli. You talked about Virat Kohli. Recently, at Eden Gardens, he equaled Sachin Tendulkar's record of 49th ODI century. You have seen the greats Sunil Gavaskar, Sachin Tendulkar also. Virat Kohli is a modern day great. But do you think in ODI format, I'm not talking about Test or T20, in ODI format, he is the best we have seen so far?
See, when you mention about Sunil Gavaskar, and Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, okay? They all three are different, okay? One is a very slow assassinate, that is Sunil Gavaskar.
Right.
Technically correct, you don't know. He doesn't, what I'm trying to say is, he doesn't create an impression on the spectators or on the bowling side that he is just going to kill you, but he is killing you.
Right.
Okay? Whereas Sachin Tendulkar and Virat Kohli, they destroy you straight away. So one is a slow destroyer, the other two are destroyers straight away. They are merciless. Okay? And they are, for the present level of cricket, what they are playing with the respective world, I think they are two different leagues. Virat Kohli is in an extremely different league.
Differently.
Because in my opinion, is extremely intelligent.
Right.
He can organize his innings whenever he wants. And whenever the need of the hour is there, he can organize innings. And he is fully aware of, he has understood this 50 over basis and the 20 over basis of cricket inside out as a batsman, which I think many cricketers they have not understood. They are playing like a reflective, you bowl, I play like this, okay, but Virat doesn't do it. He does it in his own way because he knows this game inside out. Okay, so that's why I say he's number one.
Number one. That's a big statement. But sir, my final two questions. We are sitting in Bangalore, so we have to talk about the local boy KL Rahul. He had a long injury, but the way he has come back, taken up wicket-keeping duties, he's scoring runs in that number 5 role. How important he has been for this Indian team, and how happy are you to see him do well?
I'm extremely happy that he is not opening the innings.
Right.
He is technically very sound,
Right.
but he is coming in a position where India, if they are struggling, he can pull the side up.
Right.
Okay? And if India is looking for acceleration, he can do it.
Right.
So he is such a player. I'm extremely happy that he is not opening the team.
Right.
Okay? As far as wicket keeping is concerned, I didn't know that he was such a good keeper. Because I looked at him as a batsman all the time.
Right.
But behind his stumps, for this type of, say, 50 over basis or 20 over basis, I think he's doing an excellent job as a keeper. But I'm doubtful whether he can be an excellent keeper for a 5-day game.
5-day game. Okay, but
That's
sir,
a specialty. Come on, let us be very honest. I've played with keepers like Kirmani, Farooq Engineer, Budi Kundaran, and I've heard of Naren Tamane.
Right.
You know, people like that. So that type of gloves keep. I mean, we get keepers.
Right.
I don't think KL Rahul qualified there, but if he has to do it, I bow myself to him.
Wow. But sir, the final question and the burning question that the entire India is asking: can India go on to lift this World Cup?
If they can't do it now, I don't think they will never do it again, because the best side that best combination of batting and bowling and fielding. I don't see. I think India is at its best.
Right.
So unless until I don't know if the run of the ball is not, I mean, what I'm trying to say is not run of the ball. There's only one factor in cricket, averages, sort of. A law of averages. If that strikes India, that's the only element of doubt. Otherwise, I think India should, whether they bat first or bat second, I think they should be able to win this World Cup.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Some excellent answers, and I'm pretty sure everyone is going to enjoy that.
I only hope so, because this is my honest opinion. I'm not hesitant to express myself, so I hope they appreciate my views.
Absolutely, they will. And yes, this was the legend himself, Erapalli Prasanna. And keep watching Revsportz for more Sachin reviews. Thank you.